Today we're going to discuss do you actually need a power plenum, the internal one that FX is selling for 100 something. Need that kit for your impact or not? Again, depends on what caliber you're using. I'm specifically talking about 0.22 and 2.5 right now. So this is the MK1 FX impact MK1. With the MK1 cylinder, everything, nothing else is modified except for the transfer port, which is now at 6.5 millimeter, and then I also drilled a 10 millimeter hole in the valve housing, just where the plenum, the gauge is connected. So there's a direct path between here and the valve, like there's no interruption between where there used to be a very small hole there for the gauge. I've opened it up to 10 millimeter. This is I think $2 or $3 filter that you can get from AliExpress. These are used for moisture filters in hand pumps and are available on AliExpress for like $2 or $3. I think I got 4 of them at once, and all 4 of them with shipping were like $10. Then I put the gauge that I removed from here, the old one. I had it spare when FX sent me new ones, so I put that one here, and I installed this exactly where the gauge is. No modifications here. No modifications to the hammer spring. My reg is currently set at 132 bars for this one, and the hammer spring is turned up all the way, and I'm getting around 928, 925, 926, 930 FPS range with extreme spread of 4 FPS on 25.39 JSP 0.22 pellet. So if you have a 22 gun only, and you're only going to and I can shoot the 30 grain pellets on this one for at around 900 FPS, which is pretty decent for around 895, 900, that range, which is pretty decent for for Mark 1 FX impact with just a small plenum increase here. So if you don't want to spend that amount of money that the plenum is, I'm not saying this is going to be as good as the plenum, but this is pretty close for 22 caliber. If you're shooting 30 caliber or anything over 0.25, you're going to need the bigger plenum for seeing a lot of improvement. But for this one, I have not done any major changes, just cranked the hammer all the way and put the small plenum here, and I have opened this to number 4. So this is open, not all the way, but almost all the way, and performance is very good, extreme spread is very good. So if you don't want to buy and spend on the internal plenum immediately, you can wait for a few months. This is a cheap solution to get this thing done. I am going to do the shooting at 96 yards, the one I normally do right on there, and I have a very flimsy type of table here. So it's going to move left, right, up, down, and I'm not going to get a very good group, but you see the performance from the FPS variation, and the flight trajectory. There might be a little bit of left right spread an inch or something, but that is only because of me, because I'm using a very not a stable platform to shoot. So let's see, we're going to shoot 5 pellets and see how they group. I would like to clarify myself. I'm talking about pellets. If you're shooting heavier slugs, you may want to get the plenum. Again, if you're shooting over 30 grains, I have a 600 millimeter barrel and I can shoot 30 grains with 134 bar regulator at around 900 fps, which is not bad. Make sure that if you order this, it is certified for 300 plus bar pressure. Don't get something very cheap, and make sure the quality is reasonable before you put it on there. Like the metal is thick and it's certified for that one. Don't buy something that will blow up on your face. You have to be very careful when doing something like this. Just buy the one that goes for the compressor, because they're certified for about 450 to 400 bars, and if they're certified for that, then you should be fine. The other thing is that when you use this, make sure that you remove everything from inside, like all the foam and all the other materials that come in different kind of filters. You remove those, and you open this one from here. Is the same exact thread that goes in the gauge, so you can just put an o-ring or a Delrin in there and seal your gauge there. On this side, you need something that has thread on both sides, and make sure the thread matches the one on the FX impact. Don't get the one that is for the Chinese guns, the P15 and those ones. If you get that component wrong, then you damage the thread on your FX impact. So make sure you have the same exact thread that goes on the impact on this side, and then that side will just screw in where the gauge is removed. I normally put one o-ring here as well, which is just a precaution. Otherwise the Delrin seals it properly. But make sure again the thread is the same. The reg is the filter is gauge for 400, 350, 400 bars. You're only going to go up to 150, 140 or 180 bars maximum on the reg side, but still get the one that is 450. When they say 450, you can make sure that you can be confident that it's going to be at least 250 bars. So that way you'll be safe. Make sure this is not damaged from anywhere. They have some thick o-ring over on this side where it opens, so you have to make sure you replace that with a new o-ring before putting it in. Remove this this part off, screw it off, and then put the gauge on. Don't torque it when it's still connected to this. So these are some of the things that you have to be careful, but it's a very cheap solution to get extra plenum. If you put something this size, it's almost 46, 45 cc capacity. There's 60 cc capacity available also. The one I have on the gun is actually 40 something, and this is probably more than that. So just put that one in. I painted it black just because it's temporary. I'm waiting for my power planning from FX to put on there, because I'm also going to start shooting 30 cal. But if you don't want to use 30 cal, you don't actually need the bigger plenum, at least if you don't want to spend the money. Just so you can see, like, the table moves a lot, and when I'm aiming, it's going to move left, right, and vibrate like this. So I'm going to get some changes. As for my gun level, I have it level, so there's no cant. The left right movement is not due to the cant, it's because of the table itself. I can use a more stable platform, but because of currently not, because being lazy, I don't want to move the table right now. So let's just see how it performs on this one. These are the pellets I'm using, 25.39 grains, redesigned. You can see they are not perfect shapes for the skirts. They're good enough, but not perfect. So it's not sorted in any way. It's 5.52, and that's the lot number. That's how we get them here. I don't know if they are, how genuine they are, or like these are the ones that are available here as GSP pellets. So I'm going to try and see how they perform now. Forgot, I have done one more modification. I took out the Huma regulator here. There's a Huma regulator here, and I polished all the springs for the Huma regulator. I'll put a small clip of how they look like after polishing, and I put them here. That reduced my extreme spread from 10 to around 4 and 5 fps. I also polished the barrel just like Ernest did, so that's, I forgot to mention those.
1018.
Remember, the gun is off right now. These are H&NHORNETs, 16.2 grains.
1037. 1035. 1030.
That was my bad.
1035.
So this pallet, the one on the left, was because of me. The rest of the 4 pallets, I chose a stable aiming point. They all went in the same place. It is slightly windy right now. I don't know if it is visible in the camera or not. It's not windy at the exact range point that much as it is closer to me. Let us treat this video as pollution awareness. Also, people should stop throwing their garbage in the streams. Look how bad the effect is. They might throw very small amounts in their near their, where they're crossing or whatever, but they end up piling up when they're going across the stream, and it affects wildlife and us all. So this is really bad. Back to the target. We're gonna try to shoot that thing. It's around 98 to 100 yards away.
923. 921.
There, we got it.
926.
Let's try to get the white lid.
919. 923.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, that's a can floating right there. Let's try to hit it.
944. 912. 926.
Here's the rag after polishing. I'm still thinking about running one more time through the polishing compound, but for now this is how it looks like after polishing. I have cleaned the inside thoroughly.
$928. 926. 927. 930. 926. 928.